First of all, a nice big fat clove like that. Clove? Bunch. What's the term? Can't remember the term. A clove is one. Whatever. All right, here we are again. We're gonna go ahead and check out our garlic. See if it's ready. It's starting to look ready. What you want to see is, well, I'll show you right now. Let me twist this camera around a bit. Things are starting to kind of lay down a little bit. Looking kind of ugly. Well, I still think it looks beautiful because there's medicine underneath. But I got two different varieties here. I've got hardneck on this side, which you can see is a little bit different here. Different looking. And I've got soft neck over here. Can you kind of see the difference? Let me get there's kind of a difference in size and how it looks. You can kind of see the difference when it changes right about there. Okay? But some of these over here are hardneck. And the way we can remember, well, I should have written better notes and signs and all that, but one of these days maybe I'll get better at it, maybe someday I won't. All right, so we have our scape right here. I left a few just so I can tell when things are ready. Well, it seems to me like from here on over that way is hardneck because those have the scapes. Now soft necks don't get scapes, but right here I see another scape, okay? So when these scapes first form or start coming up, they have that curl in it. We come over here, this one looks like a candy cane right now. So when that starts to straighten like that, it'd be ready. I removed a lot of these other scapes. You can see right here where I removed that one and that one. That was a while ago. And let me tell you folks, if you have not had garlic scapes, they are delish. All right, so let's go down here. Next thing we want to check is we want about 2 to 3 sets of leaves from the bottom to turn brown before we start wondering or digging around, okay? So right here, there's one right here, okay? There's 2, and there's 3. All right, so this one should be ready, okay? That's the second test. Scapes, leaves, and now we're gonna come down here. We're gonna gently dig around. Look at that. That looks beautiful. So now we're gonna go ahead and dig a couple up and see what we see. Now, you can go and try and pull from here, but I don't usually do that. Wow, this thing looks nice and big. I'm gonna grab my fork and I'm gonna come outside of the garlic and I'm gonna just gently loosen it up like that. Gingerly loosen it up like that. And now I can come down here and oh my goodness. Now, if you've ever grown garlic before, you know that it's a patience game. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen this up and see if we're ready. Look at this. This is beautiful. Okay, what we're looking for here is, first of all, a nice big fat clove like that. Then you want to see, okay, so if you were to wait too late, you'll start to see these cloves separating from each other and you'll see some spacing in between. Okay, you don't want that because that won't store as long. So what you want is this. We have a nice, I mean, look at that. That's a nice clove. I'm very happy with that. All right, at this point, we're not going to take all these roots off. We're going to take it over and we're going to let it cure / dry. Did I just say slash? That's kind of something more that you write. You don't really say that, right? All right, so I'm going to put this in the to-go box and then we're going to move on to another one and see what we see. These were all planted at the same time. Now we got 1, 2, okay, well one broke off right here. So 1, 2, 3, this one should be ready as well. Come outside, well outside of the bulb, bring it up, get under it, and then pull it. Okay, let's see what we see. All right, well, looks like there were 2 garlic in this one hole. This one's a little bit smaller, but I'm still very happy with this. You can feel the lines between the bulbs. Here's a little baby. We could still use that for cooking. We're not throwing that away. All right, I think we're good to go. So let's get done with this. Let's see how many we come up with. All right, we're back in from the harvest, the garlic harvest. What we need to do now is we need to cure and dry these. You want to wait until all these tops look like this, really. And we're leaving, remember, we're leaving our roots on here. We're gonna let these dry up and all shrivel up, and then when we're done, we'll cut them right there. For soft neck, you can braid them. And I've done that before, and that's fun, and that works great. But I'm gonna go ahead and just use this rack right here. I cleared this rack off, and I'm just gonna hang them upside down like that. So I've never done it like this before, but we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna jam these leaves down, throw a fan on them. They need circulation. They need to be out of the sun. You don't want them in direct sunlight. And then you just wait. Okay, so there's one right there. I'll come back after all these are done. I'll come back and I'll kind of show you, and then we're gonna put a fan on it. We're gonna get this started. All right. Well, all right. That didn't take too long because there's not really that much. I got a fan on it already, but as you can see, I feel like this worked out beautifully. This is a great system that I had never used before. But you kind of just take what you got, see what happens, try it out, see what happens, and boom! You know, we get so many people that say, what are you gonna do? Who uses that much garlic? What are you gonna do with that? Well, let me tell you, we are going to take the largest ones, like this one right here. This huge sucker right here, we're gonna save that for seed for next season. We're gonna take the smaller ones, we're gonna cook with those. We're going to cook with them. We are going to freeze dry them. We are going to dehydrate them. We're going to make powder out of them. We're going to make medicinal capsules out of them. Got plenty of uses for them. So if you ever think that you might have grown too much, there's always a way to preserve them, to make medicine out of them, to cook with them, to store them for long term. Don't forget that. Whether it be, anything, potatoes, tomatoes, there's tons of uses for all this, folks. I mean, it brings me so much joy to plant, harvest, and then to, make medicine, add it to our dishes and all that kind of stuff. So get out there, grow some garlic, learn how to preserve it. If you need some advice on how to preserve, let us know in the comments down below, and we can get into that, and we can make a video about that, all that kind of stuff. Well, let's do this together, you guys. Okay, let's take control of our food. Give this to a lot of the nonsense that's going on. All right, it's time. It's time, you guys. You guys know it's time. All right, peace out, folks.